what's Earnest Agriculture all about?
We found a way to build teams of bacteria that we deliver via seed treatment to improve farm success. Specifically, we help with nutrient use efficiency, plant resilience, and disease suppression.
Now, it's a seed treatment. A lot of people, a lot of farmers are using them. They swear by them. So you ought to have something pretty friendly for a farmer to say, yeah, put some on my soybean seed.
Yeah, we have heard different stories about biologicals. I think the biggest problem right now with biologicals is consistency. So it works one year, it doesn't work another year, or some farmers are not seeing results. And we think, and we believe from our data, is that the approach that biologicals have been taking is not the best approach. And the way I like to explain it is you got your natural products, you got your single bacteria, you got your bacteria systems where we play, and then you got your bacteria stews. In the bacteria systems is where we focus on building those teams. So each one has different kind of pros and cons. So you got your single bacteria, they would usually focus on one benefit and have one bacteria, but if you put that bacteria in New York, it'll probably work well, but you put the same bacteria, let's say in Tennessee, it's probably not going to work as well. And also you have a problem with trying to outcompete the native bacteria that already live in the farm. So if you put one in there, it's going to get murdered. So by building a team of bacteria that work well together, you're basically putting like a good football team together and putting them out there to really survive in the new environment and support the plant. So we don't focus on one benefit, we focus on multiple benefits. So we basically give the plant a buffet of benefits to choose from. So the plant's able to decide which bacteria it wants to work with. So is it need help with nutrients? So it'll recruit the bacteria that's good for nutrients. Does it need resilience help? It'll recruit those bacteria. Or does it need disease? It'll recruit those bacteria from our product.
Okay. You said that some bacteria will work well in different soils. We've got a wide variety across the Corn Belt. How does one farmer know that he's going to get the right ones, or do you make a prescription of you need this particular team of bacteria on your soybean seed because you are in central Illinois, for example?
So before we sell to any farmer, we test in the state that the farmer's in before, so with third-party testing to make sure it works in that area. This year we're doing the testing on various soils to see where it really performs the best. But from what we've seen in the past 2 years, we've done a lot of testing across, I think last year we had across 8 states. This year we're on 14 states. And consistently we see 6% yield increase for soybean. So our first product is for soybean. We'll be releasing corn next year. And this year we're really testing different soil types. So we have a farmer in Iowa that has 9 different soil types across 4 different locations. And so we pulled plant samples, soil samples from each of those different soil types to analyze where it's actually really doing really well. We have found, though, that in really bad soils, like in Tennessee, we've seen 15% yield increase.
Okay. But for a farmer to really benefit from the product, you would take a soil test from each of his types of soil on his farms that he's going to be planting on there.
Well, we can look at his soil maps,
Okay.
and let him know if it's going to work, what he can expect from our product.
And then you provide him the combination of microbes that are going to work well on this field and a different one on another field.
Well, no, we prescribe one combination per crop type. So we maybe down the line we will have more ability to prescribe per field.
Okay.
But the logistical in that it's super complicated. Yeah, it'll be tough.
Okay.
So we have found that we do need a special combination for each crop type. So like soybean needs something different than a corn plant would need.
Why do they need, if they're in the same soil, why do they need a different combination?
Yeah, so like corn needs a lot of nitrogen help, a lot of, so we need to have more bacteria in that combination that helps with nitrogen when it comes to corn, for example. That's just one benefit. Versus soybean doesn't need as much nitrogen, but it does need help, but they both do need help with disease and resilience. So each crop extrudes sugars, and so the bacteria feed off those sugars. So we find the bacteria that work well with those sugars that the plant extrudes.
How does a farmer access your product? Can he get it from ag retailers? Do you have to go to your website and order it?
You can go to our website, order it. We are starting to build our retailer list. But for the most part, yeah, you can reach out to us. The next year we'll be expanding. On our website, we'll keep it active to see which distributors they can come. But right now, we have a lot of farmers already trying in Iowa, Illinois, Tennessee. Those are the 3 states that we're really active in.